Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Baka podcast.
Baka. It's amazing how every time you open your mouth, you prove you're an idiot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Baka. Playing Breath of the Wild on this dirty Switch.
Is this product placement, or are you just playing a terrible game?
I just can't stop myself from playing this video game, guys.
Oh, I thought we finally got sponsored.
No. I wouldn't accept Nintendo's money. They'd make us put hats on it or something. I swore I wouldn't, and I didn't buy a Switch. I actually have a friend that let me borrow it, and I can't stop playing. It's freaking marvelous. And I know there's not going to be another game that's that good, and it pisses me off. Nintendo, you're the worst.
Well, if you got, instead of getting a Switch,
the show.
And you got better hardware, you could just load up Skyrim.
My name is Troy. This is Minisode. We're going to talk about anime stuff.
Kinda.
As I get this piece of the Triforce. Okay, we're good. Hello, everybody.
That's like the same expression that you give. You're going to the bathroom, man.
A, you've never seen me go to the bathroom. B, you're probably right, though. Guys, we're here to talk about something that's not anime, but slightly anime related to carry you guys over, because I know you miss us when we don't have a big episode to do. We are currently watching Bungo Stray Dogs Season 2, and I hope you are too, so you can join the discussion with us next week. But who cares about that? We haven't got time to think of the future. And apparently I survived my basketball tournament. Yay for me. I don't think we won any. I think we lost every game.
Oh, man.
Probably an accurate statement. Okay. We are talking about, oh man, how do we introduce this? It's a sequel to our Battle Anime Royale we did before. You remember when Godzilla showed up and Jeremy had to fight him? Kind of. We're doing that again.
Yeah.
We're going to do it backwards. We're going to have anime villains fight heroes from other stuff. It's going to be very cool. And to do it, I have these co-hosts who do not play dirty consoles. First off, we have the grill to my George Foreman. Jeremy, what's up?
I would totally play a console if I could afford one right now. Their prices just keep going up.
Yeah, and the Switch is like this portable thing, so it's weird priced. I don't know.
I don't know which one I would
right?
get.
I think the PSP is dead. What are you doing, Jeremy? What you been up to?
Actually, I have been listening to a bunch of RPP, RAP. Did I get it all right? Role-playing public radio, actual play. Yeah, I got it right.
Role-playing podcast where they actually play.
Yes, it's really, really cool. They've got all kinds of crazy stuff from Call of Cthulhu to, I don't think they have any Star Wars that I've seen, but Eclipse Phase.
New Call of Cthulhu coming out?
No.
Oh, man, there's a new E3 trailer that just came out. It looks so good.
Oh.
If any of you were listening to this thinking, man, I am such a nerd for listening to an anime podcast, you're welcome for your new viewpoint.
It's why you come back. And then the other podcast is One Shot and Campaign, I believe they call themselves, and it's a improvisational group, at least that's involved in it. And they do Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, and it's really, really good.
Are we sponsored this episode? We are doing a lot of products.
We totally should be.
We also have another co-host. He is the ear to my Mike Tyson. Jason, how's it going?
It's how long do you spend each week just coming up with the most obscene things you can say to me?
It varies from week to week. That was 5 minutes ago with the
impressive
bathroom break. Yeah.
That was good. I'd call you. Anyways, doing great. Fortunately, I've got two Bakas to help me through my HOTS journey. Finding
storm.
Oh yeah.
I have a story to tell you about ranked play today that Oh, we'll make
Oh,
you cringe.
Man, Jeremy and I had some not great games last night, but then Troy jumped on, and we had 2 very intense unranked games. So it was pretty.
Did you win?
We did, barely.
Oh, nice.
It's funny. Troy was like, I'm going to have to go to bed now, but now I'm all jittery.
Yeah, we've had a few of those.
It's happening, yeah. Okay, let's get to our battle royale. If you don't remember this from last time, what we do is we each came up with a villain and we each came up with a team of fighters. Basically, in video game terms, a tank, a damage dealer, and a healer. And then one person's going to take their enemy and put him against another person's team. We don't know each other's enemies. We don't know each other's teams. And then we just kind of theorize who would win and try not to hurt each other's feelings when we do it.
Too much.
Too much.
Right.
Some people cheat and Godzilla shows up.
Right?
And it's just for fun. It's just for play. And it entertains us quite a bit. Again, we are doing this backwards from how we did last time. Last time it was anime characters versus villains from anywhere. This time we're doing anime villains versus characters from anywhere. So,
Except anime.
Except anime. Right. Which we weren't as strict last time either, though, but it's fine. What's always best about these is the art that Jason comes up with for the YouTube video. It's great.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited for whatever is showing before you hit play. You already know what it is. I don't know yet. Let's start off with Jason to me.
So the twist with this one is it's not the rules for the villain is not necessarily. It can be, Team A must destroy or kill or subdue villain, or we can have a win scenario. So I felt after picking my guy and not wanting to repick that he was a little too powerful, so I wanted to do a win scenario. So Boros from One Punch Man is on his way down to the earth. You got 10 minutes to intercept him and annihilate him to where he can't regenerate back.
Jeez.
Oh, Boros. The guy who can punch people to the moon.
Yes.
Well, let's see who your team is.
Okay. My tank, my big bruiser is Kratos from God of War.
Nice.
You have some potential there.
More so for the use of his weapons and chains for subduing enemies and holding them in place. And because when you want to get brutal, you can get brutal. Plus, he comes with all kinds of perks. He uses wings. He's got his big weapons. He's ripped God's heads off their bodies. So he's got to, be able to bench press a lot, I assume. I don't think he's quite at One Punch Man level, though.
Well, to be fair, it's like, so if you've seen that last episode,
Right.
To gauge like power levels is impossible with that show because of how powerful Saitama is. So we really don't know how powerful Boros is.
True.
And it took him to his limit in order to punch Saitama to the moon.
A lot of what I'm thinking is also about the ship, though, because is he coming down in his ship? Because that was pretty strong on its own.
We're gonna assume that you can, as soon as you get to the ship, you can just walk right to the throne room, kind of thing.
Here's maybe my ace in the hole, my only chance.
Okay.
My damage dealer is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
not old, but Clone Wars
Prime.
version. Yeah.
Yes.
Sith killing. Yeah.
Well, so he's got force powers.
So we
and
have the
lightsaber.
Force, which could help.
That definitely turned the tide. Who's your support?
My support is Yuna from Final Fantasy X. Now I know JRPGs. I cheated.
We'll give you a pass because technically it's a video game.
It's basically an anime character in a new format, but sure.
Yeah.
I had a really hard time thinking of a healer, like someone who could actually heal others. I was like, Wolverine can heal himself. However, Yuna comes with, not only is she a white mage, classic RPG white mage, she's a summoner. And so she can call down big giant monsters to help in this battle. Ifrit, Bahamut, that kind of stuff. So there's a little bit of extra damage hiding behind my healer.
Well, and that creepy mother tied up monster.
Oh yeah.
God,
I think the rule is in the game that if she summons, though, the other party members have to disappear. So, like,
Oh my!
I lose the Force and I lose Kratos to have a giant monster, which in Final Fantasy X was great for blocking damage from your team. Oh, hey, here, Bohemian, stand there. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go back to the fight. I could see that working here. My only chance is the Force. Let's be clear.
Well, and the lightsaber. Like I think the lightsaber would be a more turning force for the battle than the actual Force. Because Kratos would be able to take quite a few hits from this guy. I mean, let's be honest. That dude's tougher than tough. What do you think, Jeremy?
So I found this awesome site called Versus, and I checked out the power level on all these guys as you were talking. And yeah, you have a better fight than you think you do. Okay, at least according to their compiled states. Apparently, like Yuna and like Bahamut, if you use him, he's pretty close to the power level of Boros. Obi-Wan is supposed to be roughly good, but I mean, all these are abstract because you know what part of him is. I think the lightsaber might actually be more of a problem because he can regenerate so well. If you cut off a piece of him, he's just gonna piccolo you, you know. And there's a new arm, there's a new half a body.
If I can survive an energy blast, say this isn't the right anime, but a Kamehameha is a lightsaber piercing me when it's just energy.
Well, is it just energy or is it plasma?
That's a good question too.
That's the question. Like, you know, Lucas has said it's a laser sword. Well, it doesn't. None of the movies give an impression that it's a laser of any kind.
Right.
And it does in real world physics exhibit a lot of the same properties of plasma. You know, it's got a force and it's got mass. You know, that's been shown in multiple scenarios. You know, in just two lightsabers hitting, let alone the blast doors and Phantom Menace. So I think that's different than, you know, because if you're worried about him being able to deflect energy, you know, no, the lightsaber is going to trump that because it's not just energy. It's a plasma blade. It's the surface of the sun in a straight line.
Yeah. Now, do you think that Boros would be able to smash through that bulkhead faster than the lightsaber?
Yes.
Probably. Because I mean, he hit Saitama so hard that Saitama went through multiple pillars.
Man, I can't believe you brought Boros. One of the most ridiculously overpowered animes, and you grabbed the villain from the end. Like, you didn't even give me the Virus Man, the Sea King. You gave me Boros.
But again, though, like, according to this, the power levels are actually pretty close.
I think the fight would be really, really close.
Yeah, you'd be closer than you think. Like, if you were to use Kratos to hold him down.
I don't think Kratos is lasting very long. I honestly don't. I think he's the weak link in this fight. I know he's strong, and I know he tears the heads off of gods, but those gods weren't very strong, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Well, Boros did stomp across the universe to find Saitama.
Yeah. Do you think Yuna could support him long enough, and then maybe bring in Bahamut to help?
Yeah, I mean, technically, she has the ability to resurrect you back from KO. I guess you're not dead when she revives you.
Does Kratos ever really die, though?
Well, he's mortal.
Yeah, but I don't think even the gods have ever been able to really kill him, though. So, I mean, would just be KO, wouldn't it?
I think he did die and go to hell, and then he just climbed his way back out.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, has anyone seen the trailer for the new God of War where he has a son?
Yes.
No.
Looks very interesting.
It looks very different from the old God of Wars. It might even be a new team. Like they're making Kratos look way more interesting character wise than he ever has before. He's always just been a murder machine. Anyway,
Yep. Now he's a murder machine with a son.
I'm gonna call it. I honestly don't think I win this fight, but I will say it's at least close.
Yeah,
I think it's too close to call in my opinion, but maybe I'm underestimating Boros.
So next up we have Jeremy to Jason.
All right. So I have as death from Akame ga Kill. You remember the blue-haired villainess with the ice powers?
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so this is your villain, and you need to kill her.
Kill her. Okay.
What was her ultimate? What was her ultimate?
She
her
had
ice walls,
three
right?
trump cards. Well, she had 3 trump cards, and then she had a series of techniques that she could use. Her main trump card that she used a lot in the anime was to freeze time. She can only do it once, and then she has to wait a whole day before she can do it again. She has 2 other trump cards that she uses, and she talks about how she used them. One of them creates an army of ice centaur soldiers to fight for her. Very powerful. And then the other one is way more powerful than any of the other stuff she has. And this is, she actually created a massive winter that covered a large portion of the entire empire that they have. So her reach was expanded over this entire region of landmass.
So she could change the weather.
So is it just a winter, or is it like a flash freeze where everyone's frozen?
It was like a flash freeze that stuck around. The way they describe it is a Russian winter.
But did it kill anybody?
I believe it did. I believe it wiped out a bunch of resistance or something.
Like,
or people
isn't there like, I ran out of food stuffs because I wasn't ready for winter?
Were they like frozen in ice blocks,
right.
or did they starve to death due to not being prepared?
I don't remember the details in that, but I do know that she frequently freezes people to kill them. And a Russian winter kind of, just from what I understand, means that it's so cold that German soldiers are going to die trying to hunt you down.
That's fair, but in a fight that's going to take 10, 15 minutes, cold isn't going to play that much of a factor in that short time span. Like if it's a long drawn out, that's why I'm wondering if it's like an instant frozen everywhere.
Well, she does have that with her techniques, if you remember,
but not Russia sized.
Yeah, no, not entire landmass size. That would be something that is going to be like geographically affecting a region.
Okay, it might not even matter because I don't know Jason's team. I wanted to get that clarified.
Yeah.
Okay. My tank, I chose Iron Man. I felt not only is he good at destruction, and he can take quite a beating in his normal suits. Normal. But he also has, Hulkbuster. So,
you got to tell me which suit he's going to be bringing, because like he has some suits that are like,
you get off that website.
No, I'm not going to look it up right now. I just got to know.
So wait, I want to hear the rest of the team, but
before
we ask clarifying questions. But there's a big question about Iron Man.
Okay. I chose for my DPS Mace Windu.
High five, man! High five.
That's awesome.
Stealing Jedis, yeah.
That's great. And then my support is Mercy from Overwatch.
Oh, geez, I didn't even think of that. That's great.
Yeah.
Now she can bring people back from the dead, right? Or is that a KO state?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've actually never played Overwatch. I've only seen her in action.
Right.
How do you want to rule it, Troy, as a mediator?
I mean, in Overwatch, you're shooting people with guns. I don't think you're KOing them. I think you're killing them. But I would say like she can. It'd be a one-time thing. She could bring people back once.
Okay, that's fair.
Like one person or once each person.
It's an area effect in the game. So
you're right.
Yeah, so in the battle, she'd be able to just like, okay, my entire team is back up. As long as she's not the one that goes down.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so any clarifying questions on which suits Iron Man is bringing?
Okay, so actually my real question is, is Iron Man going into this fight knowing what he's going into a fight with? Does he know he's going to fight, or is he just like driving by in his Iron Man suit and sees the fight? Because if Iron Man does, he has anti-ice armor, and he would bring it.
Oh.
So if he knows.
He really needs to, it really depends if he's caught off guard or not. That changes his thing.
Well, I mean, the win condition, therefore the scenario is created by the villain provider. So this is okay. So then I'm envisioning more of there's a distress signal, send out the team. They go to investigate. They run into her. Now they've got to kill her. Okay.
So tell me how, like, is Mace Windu straddling the back of Iron Man as he's flying through the air? Is it like a speeder?
I could totally see him doing that. Because
Mercy's going along by him.
Or, Mace can fly.
Apparently. I mean, look what happened when the Emperor zapped him. He flew out the window.
Yeah, my other question was, did he bring Anakin along? In which case, is he already dead?
Exactly.
Nice. No, I was thinking Clone War. Or, what were those three mini movies that were played on Cartoon Network?
The Clone Wars. They were.
Oh, okay. Those the first ones, right?
Right. It was Jenny Tartakovsky. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It was the same guy who did Samurai Jack.
Yes,
he did. I think those are called Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and then the cartoon, the other animated series is just called The Clone Wars.
Okay. Samurai Jack.
There's some. Oh, they just finished it. You should watch the end of Samurai Jack. It's really, really good.
Yeah, because literally in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, he's fighting those droids, and then he flies from the field to like this boy up on this like hillside way, way far away, grabs his canteen, takes a drink, and then flies back.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so just so that As Death can actually fly too, because the way she controls ice, what she does is she puts ice bracelets and anklets on herself and then moves herself around. So flying is totally fine if everybody can fly.
So here's how I see this going down. I think she is going to kill Mace Windu. I think she's going to use the freeze time thing, and she's going to get him. I think Mercy's going to bring him back.
Oh, crap.
And then she can't use her freeze time again.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Iron Man's the big if factor. I think he can hold his own for a long time, especially with his range. And I think Iron Man sees ice powers, and he calls in a suit. And it shows up 10, 15 minutes later, and he upgrades.
Can they survive 10, 15 minutes then?
Right. But Mace Windu is aggressive, and I think when he comes back pissed.
Yep.
And ice is not going to block a lightsaber.
Yeah. Do you remember how fast she was? Because...
Do you know how fast Mace Windu is?
Jedis have enhanced speed too.
Well, he was the closest to a gray Jedi on the council because of his lightsaber abilities. He was the best duelist, wasn't he?
I can find their speeds really quick because I have hers.
Yoda's the best duelist, but he's right up there.
Okay, so. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so he is massively hypersonic, and so is she. So they definitely have the same speeds. She's roughly at Mach 292, according to the data.
Oh, good God.
Mercy is your weak link, and she could get killed first, but if she dies before the time freeze, you lose. If she dies after the time freeze, or the time freeze is used on her, which I could totally see, then you win.
Okay, do you remember the giant, it was a massive ball of ice that like took up way more than the whole screen, and she just kind of dodged around it as it came down and crushed?
Right.
What I think I would build off of what you're saying is that she kills Mace Windu, and tell me if you see it going a different way, Jason. She kills Mace Windu, Mercy brings him back, she goes, "Oh, you're dead, Mercy," attacks Mercy. I think whatever fight's going on there, I think she would get Mercy, even if she has to pull out of the stuff.
I think Mercy walks away dead. Yeah.
Doesn't walk away.
Yeah. Right. And so whatever time is left, like however long it took her to kill Mercy, is that much time is left before the Iron Man suit shows up and finishes her, basically. I think that's the deadline, because I think her and Mace Windu can kind of negate each other, maybe, or at least hold their own.
I think she can hold her own against Mace. I do think she loses to Mace in a 1v1 without her freeze time trump card. But and that's why I think she loses, because when Iron Man shows up, even without the ice suit, but hopefully with an ice suit, that tilts it too much in.
I totally agree with the Iron Man.
Yeah, I had no idea Iron Man had an ice suit.
Oh, he's got everything.
Yeah, he's got a suit for everything. He's got a space suit. He's got an underwater suit.
Yep.
He's got the Hulk suit.
Yep. Yes. Hulkbuster suit would be another one that just like, I don't see how she could beat him.
Now, if you're talking movie Iron Man, he dies too.
Yeah, if it's absolutely.
Well, that's who I wasn't. That's who I was envisioning.
He's a lot slower than Iron Man.
Oh, he's way slower.
Comic, yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize there was a big difference. I thought.
Oh, way slower. If that changes a lot, if that's what it is, then it's entirely up to Mace Windu.
I still think Mace Windu wins. I do. But so Mace Windu is the only person walking away from this fight in the end.
Okay.
I think so.
I think he's using the Force to throw her ice back at her. And honestly, why is he not just crushing her heart with the Force? Like,
well, isn't that
Mace
dark
Windu's
side?
Mace Windu borders dark side.
Oh, that's right.
He uses dark side when it's convenient.
He's like the one Jedi who's allowed to be a little edgy.
That's why he cut off what's his face's head.
Right. Well, the Jedi never have any qualms about killing anyone. Obi-Wan Kenobi took a guy's arm off for being rude.
That's true.
The Jedi, they do not have any. You're gone. But Mace Windu is even a little more aggressive than the rest.
Wait,
so,
by the by, complete side tangent. I am so happy that those two showed up in Rogue One. That was awesome.
The two guys. Yes, that was awesome. That took me a second.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
It's an entire galaxy, and you happen to show up on these two exact planets.
Well, it just shows that this movie's made for us.
Yeah. It was a nice Easter egg, but it also is like, this is a whole galaxy. Why are you here and over there? And that's the coincidence is so high.
That's true.
Not only were you there, you left in time to not get blown up by a Death Star, go to Tatooine just in time for a boy who's going to go blow up that Death Star. What are the odds of the coincidence?
But it's possible mathematically. It is
possible.
But it's possible.
That's right.
Yeah, I think I picked my enemy a little too weak.
Yay!
Are you ready, Jeremy?
I am ready.
I'm giving you Envy from Full Metal Alchemist.
I don't know that character.
That was my second pick.
This is the shape-shifting homunculus, and you do have to capture or kill.
Yeah, he's not going to.
So Envy looks kind of.
He's a slutty girl.
No, it's a man. He's a boy.
Wait, Envy?
He just looks like a girl?
Yeah, he
I'm thinking about Lust.
Androgynous on purpose. He does look very girl featured, but he does have a purpose.
You're right.
In one version, he's Edward Elric's brother, who died and was brought back as a homunculus. In other words, he's just a regular homunculus. But either way, homunculus have a large amount of lives. You have to kill them multiple times because they have all the souls they were created with inside them. He can shapeshift to giant masses as long as he has enough souls to fuel it. Like, so the more you kill him, he shrinks. He can take the appearance of anybody and act like them with their skills. I don't know if he can copy. I don't think he copies abilities. Like, he can't suddenly become an alchemist, but he became someone who's very good at knife throwing, and suddenly he was proficient at knife throwing. Not only that, he has homunculus strength. He's become a dragon. He's become a giant monster with multiple mouths, and he will eat people to fuel more lives into him.
Oh, that's right. Homunculus can't perform alchemy because of products.
Your biggest danger from him is him taken the appearance of one of the other characters and tricking them. He's very deceptive and will use. So there's a little bit of a mind element, not just strength element, to this fight.
Okay. Can he fly?
If he turns into a creature that can fly.
Okay. So my tank is Invisible Woman.
That's not fair.
You remember?
Yes.
I told you that I picked one from DC, one from Marvel, one from video games. And I made my restriction be that they had to all be women. But I
won't say that's not fair, because that's not true. Keep going.
Okay. So
she's so powerful, though. She's so powerful.
She is. She's really powerful. And I didn't even realize it until after I had like written her down, and I was like, yeah, this is good. So then I went and I looked at the abilities, and I'm like, what?
brain aneurysm is so strong.
I know. Yeah. Okay. My healer is Raven from Teen Titans.
Can she heal?
She can heal by empathically absorbing your injuries and then healing them in herself, but she can't do it for major wounds. So the big thing with my team is they can't fix major injuries. Mm-hmm. They can only fix minor injuries. Another thing with her is she's very good at dealing with, like, if there's any kind of psionic attacks or anything, she can neutralize them in anybody. She can also project herself, I guess, and fight with that, the projection of herself. But I don't see her as being a particularly aggressive character.
I mean, she's just a demon. No big deal.
Well, from what I was reading, there's a certain point where I was looking so hard for, like, who is a healer in DC? Who is a healer that I can use? And from what I could tell, like, she has to really be careful, because if she goes too aggressive, she can release her father, the demon Trigon or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I figure that she's going to be pacifist oriented in this fight. She is there to just kind of heal and help.
Okay.
And then for my DPS, I wanted Samus Aran, Metroid.
Which game? And all power-ups, or
yeah, the one where she can make.
I gave Kratos all power-ups, so I think it's fair to give Samus all her power-ups.
So
yeah, but which game?
This is the one where she can make black holes and white holes. I'm just kidding. That's way too powerful. I don't know Samus Aran very well. I just remembered her from, like, the Metroid Prime, I guess, and some of the others, which kind of puts her far below the others in damage when I looked at it. But I couldn't find any other video game female character that stood out to me as, like, yeah, this is a cool DPS character. So that's kind of the one I went with. So that's what I've got. Invisible Tank. Invisible
Woman as a tank is interesting choice, though. I do like the creativity there, because that. Yeah. I was trying to think of hulking strong things, and you went the other way, and it made it work even better.
She's got offensive capabilities with this.
Yeah, she does. Oh, I know.
Yeah, and she also has the ability to, like, create hollow force fields. So that's why I don't think you should have it be capture. Because it shouldn't be too hard for her to capture, because she can make an invisible dome that's an inch thick over 3.2 miles. So I think she's got him. But if
you go with Envy and I go with Boros.
I know, we should have switched it up. But she does, like, her force fields can. I found this out. Her force fields can handle a class 100 strength character, which is, like, I wrote them down. I was shocked. Thor is a class 100. Let's see, who are the others? It's ridiculous.
Like I said, she can give you a brain aneurysm at will. She's like one of the most deadly Marvel characters there is. She's probably the most powerful of the Fantastic Four in all reality.
Yeah, Reed Richards was saying that she probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I intend for her just to kind of fill a tank role and maybe CC.
Okay, so Envy's only advantage is that you have to kill him like 100 times. but you can pin him and kill him 100 times. So Samus just like
right in the forehead.
So okay,
because Envy doesn't exactly have any particular resistances when he's in human form.
No, they look, or they take damage just like a human does. They just regenerate super fast, but every time they regenerate, it costs them a soul that they're made with.
Is this in a populated area?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. His only advantage is how you have to find him.
I think it totally is. I think it's in a city because that's where the Fantastic Four always, like, maybe it's at the Fantastic Four Tower or something.
Alchemist, they had to fight him in a basement with like a maze type area, right? Mm-hmm. And so if two Samuses show up, how do you discern which one to attack?
Then Raven could check with her psionic empathy.
If she's able to, if you have a mind reader, then Envy's lost already.
Well, she doesn't read thoughts, but she reads emotions. So if she could recognize Envy's emotions, could he hide his emotions?
The human race.
Yeah, I think she's got him there.
Yeah, it's not a fair fight.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
I think the large. I know because Sue Storm's comic book writers, scale your dang selves.
I know.
Superman can't pick up the Book of Eternity. That's insane,
right?
Well, didn't he breach the wall of?
Probably. It doesn't matter. List a thing, and there's some comic writers like that sounds cool. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, no, Spider-Man can web a parachute out of webbing. How did he craft that so fast? Because he can. It's cool.
It's Spider-Man.
I love you, Stanley. Your characters are amazing, but that is ridiculous.
Yep.
No, Superman and Superman God went to go get that power from the gods, and he had to breach a wall of people that have attempted to get to the gods. Like, there's so many people that have done this that it created a wall, and this wall of like tons of like really powerful entities that are like shoot out at anyone that tries to break the wall. And if you get too close to the wall, then you become part of the wall. Superman broke that, got God power, and came back.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say this for Envy. If we take the movie versions of all these characters, say like Teen Titans cartoon and Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman.
I think Envy's got more of a chance.
Then I think Envy actually went. Jessica Alba's one Invisible Woman is very weak.
That is a good point.
Like fire hits her, she's like, I can't hold the shield. But Marvel Comics Invisible Woman's like, oh, it's Thanos. I got this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another character that's a strength 100. Yeah.
Yes.
That was shocking. Yeah, let's. I don't know if.
But you specifically went looking for comic book characters, and so I feel like that's what you intended. So that I'm fully fine with Envy losing. Okay. It's not a big deal.
I should have been more specific because that's why my Iron Man was a movie Iron Man, because I meant like media.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Like, what about, is it Storm, Spider-Man, or Batman? Who are we looking at?
And all three of those have been in movies.
Yeah, I didn't specify whether I was talking about movie or comics. I was just figuring like continuity, whatever they are.
My only thing is that we are stepping on my pet peeve about comics, which is about them making characters so powerful for the moment that if you ever try to have a discussion of like, hey, I think Reed Richards could beat Sue Richards. No, didn't you know she can encase the entire planet in a shield because one writer thought that was cool for one episode.
Yep. You know, the one that actually made me crack up that I was actually reading about recently was, so we know how strong Superman is with the Book of Infinity, right? And bursting through the wall and getting God power, whatever, even if those are different continuities. We also know how fast he is, right? Because if you've watched that death battle, you know that he heard a call from Jimmy.
Yeah.
In another part of space, many light years away. And then, so he actually heard the call when it's not possible that call could have ever reached him for years and years, thousands upon thousands of years, but he still heard it.
Plus,
And
sound
he
doesn't
made
go
it-
through space because there's no
Exactly.
medium.
Right,
Never
exactly. That's what I meant. And then in addition to that, he got back there almost instantaneously. So how fast is he? Unmeasurably fast. And yet, being unmeasurably fast, Wonder Woman beat him because she has a magical sword.
Well, he can't do magic. He can't do magic, and
But-
he can't do kryptonite.
But he's immeasurably fast, right? Like
No,
he doesn't.
it's
She's still, even if she's got the sword, she's not moving. She's like frozen in time if he's immeasurably fast. It's like the Flash, you know?
anime does it too, but comic books are literally the worst about it. It is the thing that infuriates me, especially as you go through like the 80s and 90s, and they just kept trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
But we need to wrap up. So if you have thoughts on our battles, if you would like to complain about comic books with me, you can reach us on our Twitter at Baka Podcast on Twitter, theanimebakaclub@gmail.com for our email if you want to type something longer, or leave a comment wherever you found this. We are currently watching Bungo Stray Dogs Season 2,
So good.
and we were going to finish that next week, and we'll talk about it then. And till then, you know what, guys? Fights aren't fair. Fights aren't meant to be fair.
No, they're not.
It's very true.
I thought I cheated by bringing in a Force user.
Nope.
Okay. Say goodbye, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Shazam!
Sayonara.